your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first. Sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
And early this morning, we were seeing a lot of sunshine. For this afternoon, we still have a nice blue sky, but we also have just a few more clouds across the area. The past couple of minutes, we've just been admiring people on their boat. They even had a little dog walking the dock right now. But we are going to continue to be mainly dry for the first half of the day. It's not really until later this evening when we get a very small chance to see an isolated shower, possibly even some storms. But right now, if you're heading out, we are dry. Temperatures are continuing to warm up. We're looking at temperatures that are already in the 90s, but we do expect to slowly cool down into the 80s overnight. Lots of sunshine expected for today. And then as we head into the weekend, we get a lot more chances for some very scattered showers to arrive Saturday. A cold front is going to cool us down as well, so we will see temperatures back to near normal, but the heat lasts for today and Saturday. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Coverage you can count on at noon starts now.
Thank you for joining us for local coverage you can count on. I'm Jevin McCoskey. First at noon, U.S. military officials have lifted the suspensions of 8 Apache helicopter pilots who took part in the Salute from the Shore flyover along the South Carolina coast. The U.S. Department of War made an announcement today on Facebook. The pilots were suspended yesterday amid an investigation into the flyover. South Carolina National Guard Major Lisa Allen said the pilots were not permitted to fly, but were still being paid and allowed to perform other duties. The reason for the suspensions remain unclear. One visitor from New York spoke with News 13 about whether or not he believed the pilots should have been suspended.
Not at all. Not at all. I think they did a very, very, very unique thing for the people. And I'm very happy that they lifted the ban.
South Carolina Congressman Russell Fry released a statement on X praising the lifted suspension, saying, quote, "Thank you, Pete Hegseth and Sean Parnell, for handling this promptly and lifting the suspension of the Apache pilots who proudly represented our nation during the Salute from the Shore flyover. These pilots are our nation's heroes, and South Carolinians want them treated as such," end quote. Horry County Police say an officer who was seriously injured in a crash on Carolina Forest Boulevard yesterday was stopped to remove trash from the road at the time of the incident. It happened shortly before 3:30 near Carolina Forest Boulevard and Waterbridge Boulevard. Police say the officer had their emergency lights activated at the time. The officer is expected to be okay. Robeson County authorities say they have opened a death investigation near Rowland. Sheriff Bernice Wilkins says deputies along with multiple agencies are working in the area of Henry Berry Road. He said more details would be released later, adding that authorities are still working to contact family members. Make sure to count on News 13 for updates. Darlington County Sheriff's Office says a death investigation is underway after human remains were found. The remains were found yesterday off of Brockington Road in the Darlington area. According to deputies, it appears the remains have been there for an extended period of time. The Darlington County Coroner's Office is working to identify the body. Make sure to count on us for updates. Darlington County authorities have arrested a woman who they say took money from a youth organization while she served as its treasurer. Authorities say Amanda Lewis stole the money from the Hartsville Northern Baseball League and used it for personal expenses. Lewis has been charged with breach of trust valued at $10,000 or more. She was booked into the W. Glenn Campbell Detention Center on July 3rd and released the next day on a $26,000 bond. You can read more on this story over on our website, WBTW.com. The Waccamaw Indian people are entering a new era as they pass the torch to their new chief. Cheryl Kale will be initiated as the new chief of the tribe following the retirement of Chief Harold Buster Hatcher. The ceremony will be this evening at 7 on the Waccamaw Tribal Grounds near Aner. News 13 will have a crew there and will have more details tonight. This past holiday weekend, the East and West Coast experienced hundreds of rescues. Most involved rip currents. Rip currents can pull even the most experienced swimmers away from the shore in just seconds. If you get caught in one, lifeguards say you should first signal for help, flip and float, and try to swim parallel to the shore.
All this current is doing is pulling you out to sea. The only thing that's pulling you down is the panic, the extra weight of clothing, getting tired. That's where people are going to start to go under.
Rip currents are one of the deadliest hazards along U.S. shorelines, killing an average of more than 100 people every year. Lifeguards recommend checking in with them once you get to the beach to avoid hazardous areas. With another day of intense heat, we have a few tips on how to stay safe while outside. Limit how much time you spend outdoors. Take breaks in the shade and air conditioning, and wear loose, light-colored clothing. If you plan on working outside or exercising, bring more water than you think that you will need. Also, try to avoid the hottest parts of the day. Experts say you should keep the area of your house where you sleep cool, and that will give your body a break from the heat, and it can even help you better handle the next day. Experts say you should also make sure to watch out for signs of heat-related illnesses, especially if you plan to spend time outside. Nausea, thirst, and weakness could be signs of heat exhaustion. More extreme symptoms like confusion or loss of consciousness could indicate heat stroke. You should see medical attention if you have these symptoms. Children and the elderly are more vulnerable to heat-related illnesses, so you should keep a close eye on them today.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
And to look at your afternoon commute right now for parts of 17 and also 501, we do have some very light traffic going on, but it's not affecting drive times too much. From Highway 501 to 544 Carolina Forest, it's moving about 12 minutes. 17 Farrell Parkway to Glens Bay will take you 10. 17 Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway right now is moving about 12 minutes. And very similar for 95, not seeing any slowdowns as we are for parts in downtown Florence. Looks like roads are continuing to move nicely. 52 Palmetto to I-95 will take you 8 minutes compared to the normal 5. 76 5 Points to Irby's moving at 5 minutes. And 95 TV Road to 76 is moving on time with 9 minutes.
Krista, thank you so much. Well, after days of the U.S. and Iran trading strikes, last night was quiet, but the tension between the two countries remains high, with the Wall Street Journal reporting on a potential Iranian plot to kill President Trump. Nana Sanchio-Bonsu has the latest from the White House.
Video posted on social media showed damage to a railway bridge in Iran Thursday, following U.S. strikes earlier in the week. President Trump said they were retribution for Iran's attacks on 3 commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
When they hit, we hit back much harder.
U.S. officials tell CBS News they've hit more than 170 Iranian military targets along the strait in hopes of loosening Iran's hold on the important waterway. Iran fired back, targeting key U.S. allies in the Gulf. But whether there's a return to full-blown hostilities remains to be seen.
Both sides do have an interest in not returning to the level of intensity that we saw in March and April. On the American side, that relates to munitions issues, lack of depth in our magazines. It also relates to the fact that the United States has an interest in keeping traffic flowing through the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranians also need revenue, so they need to be selling the oil that comes through the Strait of Hormuz.
As tensions escalate, the Wall Street Journal reported Thursday that Israel shared intelligence with the U.S. that Iran was planning to assassinate President Trump.
Signs reading "Trump, we will kill you" could be seen in the crowd during the funeral of Iran's late supreme leader this week. Sources tell CBS News it was the Secret Service that recommended President Trump leave Turkey Wednesday in the old Air Force One rather than the new one, which was a gift from Qatar.
This is an aircraft that was spec'd out and prioritized for luxury, not safety.
The old jet has sophisticated military defenses and secure communication systems that the new one doesn't have. Nana Sanchio-Bonsu, CBS News, the White House.
In a social media post this morning, President Trump said that Iran has asked to continue talks, which the U.S. has agreed to, but that the ceasefire is over. Staying in national news, new revelations today in the Charlie Kirk murder case. Prosecutors played an interview with Tyler Robinson's former roommate and romantic partner, detailing a conversation after Robinson allegedly killed Charlie Kirk. Lance Twiggs told investigators Robinson first texted hours after the shooting with this message, quote, "Stop what you're doing and look under my keyboard," end quote. Twiggs found a handwritten note reading, quote, "I had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to do it," end quote. In court, Agent Brian Davis read the text exchanges.
"You weren't the one who did it, right?" And Tyler says, "I am, I'm sorry." And Tyler says, "Why did I do it?" And Lance says, "Yeah." Tyler says, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out."
Today, the judges is set to decide whether there's enough evidence to take Robinson's case to trial. He has yet to enter a plea. Prosecutors say they have more incriminating evidence in addition to Twiggs's pretrial testimony. Coming up on News 13 at noon, terrifying moments on a jetliner where a passenger was almost ejected from a flight.
And we have another hot day with temperatures in the upper 90s and triple digits. Another day with an extreme heat warning as well. We'll have more on those details after the break.